Hello and welcome along to the latest instalment of my YouTube camper conversion channel. This video is going to be insulating the roof of my little Daihatsu Hijet. It's a little panel van that I'm turning into a micro little camper van. I've already insulated the side panels. There's already a video on my channel of that. I've already done the sliding doors as well, so the only thing left to do insulation wise is the actual roof panel. Now I've got a full sheet of Jablite polystyrene panel that I'm going to be sticking directly to the roof. Then I'll probably get some EVA foam and stick that to the polystyrene, and I should end up with a really nice thick layer of full insulation going all the way along the full length of the roof. I'm going to try and run some down the sides as well, but that might be a little bit more awkward just because of where the mounts are for the roof support struts. So I'm going to get the Jablite sheet out, start getting that cut to shape. It should just be a case of cutting it down with a bread knife, similar sort of way as you cut down the Celotex insulation for there. Then it's just going to be getting spray adhesive straight to the actual roof itself. I've still got a little bit of felt at the very front to take down where the headlining was drooping away, so most of it's already been taken off. I've still got a little bit to scrape off there. Then it's just going to be a case of giving the roof a clean down, giving it a full coating of some Trim Fix high temperature adhesive spray, cutting down the Jablite sheet to size, spraying that, and then just adhesing it up and wedging it in place just while the glue sets. After that, as I say, it's then going to probably get a layer of EVA foam stuck to that, and then there's going to be apply new headlining sheet made as well. So I'm going to start cracking on. I'm going to give this roof a good clean down, make sure it's nice and clean, ready for the spray adhesive to adhere to. Then we'll get the Jablite out, get it cut, and see what it starts looking like towards the end of the day. Right, so I've given the roof a good clean down now. Got rid of the vast majority of the foam from the old headliner at the front as well. There's a little bit left, but anything that's left will just get stuck back over with the spray adhesive. Anything that was loose has been scraped off, so anything that's stuck is basically stuck, so it shouldn't be moving anyway. So now that's the roof all ready to go, so I'll just get the Jablite out, start getting that cut to shape, and we'll see how it looks like once it's all start to be stuck up. Right, so a few trims later around the Jablite, and this should be pretty much okay to go up now. This is still one solid slab of polystyrene. As I say, I've just been doing some of the chamfer cuts just to go around the corners, just so it'll just meet in with the metalwork that little bit better. It's been up and down a few times just to make sure that I'm getting the right length, the right width, and being able to make sure that it will actually fold up and stick to the roof, rather than being that rigid that it won't, and it seems to be okay. There's a couple of little fettling trims down, and it seems to be pushing up and sticking to the roof just against these little sticky back tapes there. So if it's pushing up and sticking to those, it should be fine for me to now start covering it with the spray adhesive, get it stuck up. I'll get something to prop it and support it just so it can't droop down while the glue is actually grabbing, and then after that it'll be fine to start sticking some of the EVA foam on it and get towards the end. So we're getting there. As I say, it's really easy to cut this stuff. No different than the Celotex. All you need is a bread knife and then just go straight through it, but because it is polystyrene, you just need to cut that little bit more slowly and carefully, because it has a tendency to break away that little bit easier than the Celotex type stuff does. But it's trimmed down fine, so now it's going to be a case of just double checking to make sure it's 100% right, getting some spray adhesive glued on, and seeing what it looks like when it's all stuck up. Right, so I'm just about to start gluing it up now. I'm going to be using the Trim Fix high temperature adhesive. That's good up to 120 degrees Celsius. So in theory, once this is stuck up, it shouldn't be drooping back down again. Unlike sometimes where, if you see online where people are complaining about carpet coming away, it's because they haven't used the high temperature stuff. So if you are endeavouring on doing any sort of insulation or carpeting, I do highly recommend the Trim Fix adhesive, the high temperature version. I'll put a link in the video, in the description of this video, for where you can buy this, where you can buy the Jablite, everything that I use for all of my conversions. I generally try and put links in the videos, just in case you want to actually buy the same type of stuff if you're doing the same sort of job. Now, sticking this up, it would obviously be a hell of a lot easier doing it with a two-man, but because I'm just here on my own, I'm going to struggle on and try and get it up. I've got a few planks that I'm going to be able to use just to help prop it up once it's stuck up. So now it's just a case of spraying the roof, spraying the actual Jablite, getting it stuck and see what it looks like. Right, so there's the Jablite stuck in place. I've still got to do down the sides, but I've got all the offcuts to be able to use for those to go down either side. But that's one nice solid sheet going all the way down the roof. It's just being held in place just by a couple of props, but the glue itself has already got a good grip. I mean, as you can see there, if I try and peel that away, it's not really moving. So, as I say, the trim fix is really good stuff. I've never had any issues with it. As I say, it's stuck the front there without any support being on it at all. And as I say, any gaps that there are, and there aren't a lot at all, it was just more the awkwardness of getting the slab in one piece. As I say, anywhere where there are any small little gaps, especially down the sides, down the runners, as I said, they're all going to be getting filled in with some of the offcuts, as you can see out there, that came off the actual main sheet itself. But it's looking a hell of a lot nicer and neater now, and this should provide a hell of a lot better insulation than what was up there in the first place. As I say, it's still, I might still cover it in EVA foam as well. I'm not 100% sure yet. I'll see what it looks like when it's fully completed, but either way, it's certainly made a hell of a better difference than what it was, and it should certainly help keeping a hell of a lot more warmth than just a bare metal roof than what it was before. So, looking a lot nicer, neater. I just need to wait for this glue to fully cure, fully set, so I can take all the supports off. Then I can have a look at filling in down the sides. So I've just trimmed down the offcut that I still had left over from the main slab. Thankfully that was wide enough to basically cut in half, and each half is then wide enough to perfectly sit down either side of the slab. And I've had these in measured. I've done some cutouts on them for where you've got the mount for the actual bracket support that goes over. Whether that'll still fit on by the time all the insulation's in or not, I don't know. But either way, I've still done cutouts for it, just in case. So now all the side bits are now also cut, and they've been test fitted. It's now again just a case of spraying all down the sides, again with more spray adhesive, spraying the polystyrene, getting that stuck in place, and then that will be the roof almost complete. I think there'll still be just a couple of daft little gaps here and there that just need some extra polystyrene stuffing in and sticking on, but we'll have a look and see what that looks like once the side bits are on. So I'll get some more glue out, get these stuck in, and we're almost there. And there we go, there is my roof now completely fully insulated with the Jablite. I've done all the way down the sides as well, and I've stuffed in every single little gap I could see, even along there, along the joins. As you can see, it's been stuffed to the rafters, so there's absolutely no bare metal of the roof left on show at all. Now it's just going to need a headline in making. I'll do that in a separate video, so do hit that subscribe button below just to follow along with this Daihatsu Hijet conversion from panel van into micro camper van. But I hope you would agree with me. I mean, I'm thinking it's looking really nice, really neat. The only cutouts are where, as I say, I've done some cutouts where there's some supporting beams that go across the roof and back down onto the other side. Other than that, everything is 100% covered, nice, neat. It's all stuck on with the trim fix adhesive, so it's not dripping or drooping. All the way along the side panels, they've been stuck on with the trim fix as well. Both sides going all the way down to the front. As you can see, it's just great coverage really. I'd say I'm really pleased, really happy with how this has gone in. I wasn't sure how well it would go, so yeah, it's looking alright.